thank you for all the participation. People wanted to make their statement, whether you like it or not, agree or disagree, this is fine. That is the beauty of our nation, because I understand it better than many people sitting here, because I lived in the other side of the world also. Thank God for our democracy, and I appreciate you. People could like me, don't like me, all that stuff is good, and you have the freedom to express it, and that's the way democracy should work. We will vote. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries 3-2. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for being here. It was a long, still a long day. And I wanted to say thank you for being here. I want to take a moment to speak directly to the people of Fort Bend County. And the decision we took today is not a political theater. It is necessary correction to a wrong that was committed back in 2021. Unfortunately, I was part of that, but there is a saying, it's always better recognizing there is something wrong happened and fix it. That's what we did today. In 2021, district lines were drawn by the Democratic-led majority in a way that favored their party and not the people of Fort Bend County. That redistricting process was unfair, unbalanced, and not guided by the will of this community. And Fort Bend, we live here, we love this community, and the new precinct map we selected has been shaped by the public. And I just wanted to be very clear about that. In 2021, there was no citizens committee. There was no citizen input. And we heard that people are blaming on COVID. That is not true. There was no discussion about it. And I was part of, and I said I was there. And now we have numerous meetings, numerous engagement in this respect. We had numerous public hearing, and we had thoughtful engagement. It was very painful. There is a lot of people, two group of people coming and disagreeing on an issue, which is hard. But I just wanted to give all the credit to our Citizens Redistricting Committee, because they're volunteers. They put a lot of time and effort, especially the person who I appointed as the chair, Jacob Lee. He took countless hours of time and his time and effort to come up with these maps based on the input we received. And this is not the map we started with. A lot of changes have happened during that process. And also, you know that there was a bipartisan Citizens Advisory Committee, and this map was drafted, I will clearly say that was not drafted in the back rooms. It was shaped in public view with public voices, and nobody can deny that. You heard so many stories up there. That is absolutely the fact. And this process has been guided every step of the way by the clear principles to serve the public, serve the people of Fort Bend County with honesty, transparency, and fairness. Now, let me address. There are numerous misinformation was spread during this process. People coming up and talking about things in such a way, somebody is cutting deal behind, and somebody is doing this, and in a county where some people are struggling, so we are spending millions of dollars in redistricting, and all that stuff you heard many times. And I just wanted to address that, especially the expense part of it. In 2021, the same county attorney objecting to have an outside counsel went and hired an outside counsel, and we paid citizens' dollars. And that's rightfully done, because the county attorney's office don't have all the legal expertise. She got a budget right now, $500,000 or more, to hire outside counsel. That's how it will work. But the issue here is, I don't hire that person, so it is not good. And that is where the problem, that's where the partisanship will come in place. And the actual expense, because we moved a lot of people took the people from out of their office and moved to a different location and things of that nature. And the actual expense county citizens paid in 2021 just for that process was, I mentioned this before, $545,669, including the legal fees. And today, we most likely to spend around $50,000 in legal fees. That's it, and that's it. And even that payment is held at this point by the county attorney, and she is wrong about that, and we will address that later. While the legal counsel was hired, then including, and as I mentioned, the firm actually selected by the county attorney. That's why I mentioned, because if I'm not hired, it is no good. That's the attitude happening in Fort Bend County. And I believe the Rogers, Morris, and Grover provided a phenomenal job in helping and addressing this issue to the best of our ability, their ability, so that we are doing it right. The map adopted today restore the balance to this court with, as you all know, 2-2. That means 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans. This is absolutely only fair because the county is 50-50. And unlike 2021 map, these new lines do not create disruption. They do not increase any costs. What they do is to restore public confidence in local government and give every Fort Bend County resident the representation they deserve. And this is not about power, it is about people. It is about putting the public voice back at the center of our decision. And I understand in this process, there are you saw a number of people, they don't like to see it, and redistricting is a process. Whoever the majority like it, whoever minority don't like it, it's a political process. But I just wanted to say that this is fairly done this time, and I was involved in both of this, and this is fairly done. I emphasize that point. And obviously, so all residents of Fort Bend County, don't let the noise, the spin, the partisans should not distract you. Today we correct the record, we restore the process, and we have taken a step to move Fort Bend forward. And that's what happened. A lot of conversations there you heard, especially from, I just wanted to say that, especially from a number of speakers are talking point given to them. That's why they're repeating the wrong information about expenses and all that stuff. They don't even know a lot of things what they're talking about. They have been coordinated behind the scene and brought up there, and this has been happening for last 3-4 months. You're always attending Commissioner's Court, you know it. And so I understand. Advocacy is fine, and and like I said upstairs, thank God we live in this country. We could express our emotions, our feeling about certain things, and still we could go home without any problem. And I respect their opinion, and I appreciate their words they came up and shared with us, and I understand it. And I'm here to support and serve this county. And you know what? Every decision we make, not necessarily popular for everybody. And today, such a thing happened, but it is fair.